And DEATHviaHARK.
We are playing on Call of Duty right now, and I'm gonna make sure that you guys can actually hear DEATHviaHARK. Oh, until right about now. Okay, we just finished the campaign for Dead Island last night, and we're going to tell you guys about Dead Island and whether or not we think it should be bought by anybody. First off, we're going to start with the gameplay. I'll let DEATHviaHARK start us off with this one. What did you think about the actual gameplay?
It was pretty nice.
Okay, well,
I enjoyed it.
Be a little bit
more elaborate.
Telling the world how good this game is or how bad this game is.
Telling the world?
Yes.
You are telling the people who have internet
The
about the
whole
game.
world of the internet. We are telling of this. So yeah. Well, I guess since you don't really have anything to say, I'll go ahead and start talking. I really like the first person, like hand-to-hand combat in like 95% of the game. I feel like guns.
Oh yeah, I agree. Oh yeah.
Guns could have been used just a little bit more than they were. Like you get guns.
That's true.
Like 40% into the campaign, and even then they kind of aren't that great because there's no ammo anywhere unless you kill people. But it is nice to be able to actually shoot other people with guns because that's always fun. I really liked the fact that there were like a bunch of different weapons and different like kinds of weapons and different like levels. There are levels of weapons, but there's like different tiers, I guess you could say, like good, bad, damaged, like that. Like basically that's how you would describe them. And you get like epic weapons and legendary weapons and stuff like that, and then like the fact that you could
pretty freaking sweet,
like,
actually.
yeah, and you could like add stats and mod them to make them do extra stuff, like have a fiery baseball bat like DEATHviaHARK had, or like a electrocuting machete or something. And it was just overall the gameplay was pretty freaking awesome. A lot like I'm thinking Skyrim's gonna be like, if you need some help referencing that. Overall, I would have to say 5 out of 5 stars for gameplay. Alright. Do you have anything else to say, DEATHviaHARK?
Eh.
Or do you think I pretty much got it all?
That's it.
That's it?
You got it all.
Alright, so next we're gonna evaluate the story. Now, since this is just like a beat the crap out of things game, I wasn't really expecting a great story, but I was kind of expecting something a little bit like Nazi Zombies, like a little hidden story behind why everything happened.
Are you kidding? I was expecting nothing like that.
Are you serious? Why not?
Yeah. I just thought it would be a completely different game.
I was kind of, I guess I was wanting it to be like a Nazi zombie type story because I like Nazi zombies so much, but that's just me. But yeah, so overall the story, it starts off kind of like
they're defusing A if you're near there.
I'm not really near there, but it starts off and you're just kind of like helping everybody and being like just that nice guy on the island.
Nobody could frickin' do stuff on that entire island.
Yeah, nobody really could do anything for themselves.
The dead.
And they're always like, oh, since we'll die if we go outside, can you go get me like some deodorant because I'm gonna stink? And you're like, oh, okay, I'll go get you some deodorant. And then they give you like $1,000 when you get back. So you're like, oh, cool, that was worth it. So I mean,
yeah, if you're sitting at your computer, you're like, yeah, that's right, that's a big exaggeration. No, it really is not an exaggeration at all. That's basically what the quests were. Yeah. Well, some of them. The main quests were pretty simple.
Yeah, the main quest. It was kind of like it was. I guess you could compare it to Legend of Zelda. Or actually, no, I'd take that back. It was a little bit more like Fallout. How there's like a whole bunch of side quests and like a main storyline that you just kind of followed. And you had the opportunity to do side quests.
I wonder why it was like Fallout, James.
I don't know. Maybe because it was kind of designed after
Maybe because
Fallout.
it's the same people that made Fallout.
No, it wasn't the same people. The same people that make Fallout are doing Rage, but that's a different story. I just said it was when I was explaining it to you, it was kind of like Fallout maps, or the Fallout map. But anyway, I definitely, well, towards the beginning of the game, I was expecting us to not get off the like that main island resort area, and I was not looking forward to not getting off of that because after you explore the whole thing, it kind of gets boring, and I don't know, I was pretty excited to see that we could actually go into town, or the little city that was on the island and stuff like that, and how the quest kind of went with where you were. Like, if you were in the city, you had to go find some rundown house that had an old lady in it and her daughter or something, and then you come back.
Oh, we had to kill them, that's right.
Yeah, and there's actually,
That's funny.
I guess you can consider that one zombie a kid, because there's like a second zombie in like a kitchen next to the woman thug, which is really kind of weird, but since it was like a campaign, I guess it was fair. But anyway, and in the end, I don't want to touch up on the story too much because I don't want to leave everything or tell everybody everything about the game, but in the end, I really was disappointed. Like, definitely, like, the ending was just not right for the type of game. I guess, should we go ahead and explain it for everybody to hear? What do you think?
I don't know.
I think I'm gonna tell everybody.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So you get you finally get up to the helicopter that you're gonna use to get out of there. Well, you're meeting the dude that says he's gonna take you, and he is recently just like taken the antidote for the cure because he wants to take it and get it all like replicated and stuff to save everybody. And
oh yeah.
And so
oh, that was kind of dumb.
yeah, and so
And way too easy.
the girl from earlier in the story is mad about her dad getting killed because he had got bitten and everything, and the dude's wife that saved you got infected, and so she gets mad at the guy because he invades your space a little bit earlier in the campaign, and the girl lets loose the wife of the guy, and then the wife bites the guy, and the guy freaks out. He's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna turn into a zombie!" And he's looking at the antidote and like looking at his arm like, oh my gosh, if I don't do something quick, I'm going to die. And he just sticks himself with the antidote, but the antidote turns out to not be antidote at all, and it actually accelerates the virus and makes it extremely powerful.
Made him a boss.
And it basically turns him into the big green guy out of Hulk, like the end of that Hulk movie where, like, I forget what it was called.
What do you mean the big green guy out of Hulk? It's Hulk.
No, the other one from the movie, like
oh, the big red veiny disgusting one.
Yeah, that one. He has like some name from the comic books, but I don't know what it is because
his name is Big Red Veiny Disgusting Guy.
All right, so yeah, at the very end of the game, you have to fight Big Red Veiny Disgusting Guy, and he has like 2,000 health.
No, that's actually his stepbrother, but whatever.
Say what? His stepfather?
Never mind.
All right, but anyway, so you fight this dude around the helicopter, and then so you kill him after like you put like 20 clips into him. It's like playing GoldenEye all over again.
Yeah, he has mucho health.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. Oh my gosh, I'm doing terrible. But anyway, that doesn't matter because this is just giving y'all something to watch while we talk. But so he mutates himself. You kill him, and then at the very end he just kind of dies, and it's just kind of like, I'm dead.
God.
After you throw like the 3 grenades that you find up on the roof, like I'm pretty sure 3 grenades would have killed him if I threw him at the beginning, but I didn't, so I wouldn't know.
He like knocked an arm off, I think.
I never actually got up close to him, so I don't really know what he looked like. I just know he was big and evil, and no, I was staying away shooting at him from like the balcony. But anyway, so you kill him. It goes into a pretty epic cutscene. And you're with a prisoner because you're actually on the top of a prison when you're in the helicopter. It's a convoluted story, but if you've played it, you know what I mean. And so the prisoner you're with, he's like saved you like once already, and he just happens to know how to fly a helicopter to get out of there. So you're like, oh, okay, well, let's go with this guy because he can fly a helicopter. So you get in the helicopter, and as you fly away, the main character, the football player dude, he's like, so do you think it's over? And the prisoner guy who's flying the helicopter, piloting the helicopter, he goes, oh, it's nowhere near over, or something to the effect of that. And it's like, wow, great, you're gonna make a sequel to this game that ended terribly. And so they just kind of fly off into the distance, and the credits start. And it was not as epic of an ending because it was kind of a slow boss battle.
It was kind of silly.
Yeah, just the fact that there was a boss battle in a zombie game, like I could imagine like a giant horde at the end that you had to kill, like a huge horde, but not like a one giant uber epic zombie. That was a little bit how should I say it? A little bit stupid. But besides that, like the rest of the story was pretty good. Like stuff kept changing. He had to keep making changes for that. So I'd have to give this story a 4 out of 5 only because of the ending. If the ending had been better, it would have been a 5.
Yeah, probably.
But the ending was, it was eh.
And the fact that some of the quests were just kind of...
Yeah, some of the quests were a little bit like, why am I doing this? This is not going to help me at all. So, yeah, that was that for the story. Alright, and now...
Yeah, by the way, YouTube, don't look at my...
In case you didn't hear him, he doesn't want you to look at his score. Yeah, we're not really trying to play for skill right now, because we're just kind of talking. But alright, so now multiplayer. So the multiplayer on Dead Island was pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Like, if you take away from the gameplay and story, just like the multiplayer aspect, the fact that you could be playing a campaign or the campaign and just be like, hey, I want to invite my friends to this, and you go invite the dude, or yeah, the person that you invite can just join you right where you are. And then if he's like,
Except
oh man, I gotta go eat.
Kind of dumb.
What?
The network was horrible. It took...
Yeah, that's true.
Like, the first couple invites you get, it'll reject and be like, nope, can't do that, and then you get like the 5th one, and it's like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so the whole inviting process was a little bit... it's not quite like the smoothness that Call of Duty has, but I mean, you are joining like
Call of Duty is flawless.
You're joining
Black
a game
instead
of like joining a lobby, which is a little bit different because you got to load everything and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of understandable, but
pretty stupid.
But so once you get into the game, like, you can just join the campaign of the person you're playing with, and then if you're like in the same point of the story, like if you're in the same quest together, then your progress gets moved up with theirs. So it's like you've already played your game and it saves to yours. But that wasn't the case with DEATHviaHARK, because I'd actually started playing. It was like 5 quests ahead of them, and so he's only like halfway through the game on his PlayStation, but he'll be okay.
Yeah, I know. I played with you, and we basically beat the game together, except none of it saved because I joined you when you were already past me. Like, if I had joined you when I was a little bit past and you caught up to me and then like kept going, it would have saved for both of us, I think. But
probably.
Whatever.
But anyway, so overall, the multiplayer, I liked that you could just join a campaign and it wasn't like little matches like Call of Duty. Like, you can't really join the campaign in Call of Duty, but you can like join matches, and it's a little bit less
would not be that bad.
Storyline like. I mean, which would have made it like Nazi zombies in my opinion, and kind of copied Nazi zombies if you could just join and fight hordes of zombies. So I like what they did there. It was definitely original, and I would have to give that 4 out of 5. It was innovative, but there were like connection issues and joining issues and stuff like that. Alright, so now we're going to talk about like overall, like just the whole game in general, what we liked and what we didn't like. I'll let DEATHviaHARK start this one off since he hasn't talked at all.
Wait, what I liked and what I didn't like?
Yeah, like your overall opinion on the game, and then yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I did not like thugs. Thugs are horrible. Thugs are a pain in the rear. Thugs are bad all
Yeah, but thugs gave you a little bit of flavor to the game instead of just fighting the same kind of zombie.
Thugs, if you don't know, are just big guys with a lot of health that basically just, take forever to kill, and if you get up next to it, it'll just like knock you back, like punch you in the face, throw you down. It takes like 40 billion seconds to get up.
There was an upside to that.
It's just a hassle.
There was an upside to that, though. There was an upside.
It's a hassle.
There was an upside to that because once you killed him, you got like $1,000, which was pretty decent. Yeah. So I mean, they weren't completely bad. Like, if they dropped like $50 each time, then I would completely hate them because they'd just be a burden. But when I saw them, I was like, yes, we're gonna get some money. Same with like all the other all the other special zombies. Like, if you got up to one and you had to kill it, you'd definitely get a healthy amount of money, and you could use that to repair all your weapons. Yeah.
Also, well, I guess I like the weapons. That was really nice. Customizability.
Customizability.
Yeah, all the weapons, all the mods, all the upgrading, all sorts of stuff. All the stats. That's pretty cool, in my opinion. Another thing I hated, but was essential to the game at the same time, were the infected, which are basically just like really fast,
okay, if you guys
hard-hitting,
have played Verrückt on World at War, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. The super fast zombies that they took out of the map.
Or Left 4 Dead.
Okay, or Left 4 Dead, but Varrock, the
Left 4
fast
Dead.
zombies
Left 4
that
Dead,
kind of
except on steroids.
ran towards you with like a weird like shoulder action that ran really fast, like faster than you could run. That's what the infected were. You could not get away from them unless you were in a truck.
Oh, no.
And so you basically just had to fight them or knock them down and run. But
and
what?
Basically, if it was like a 3-on-1 fight, if there was like 3 of them on you, you were gonna die because you can't kick them all away, and it's just.
And they like quadruple hit you. Like yeah.
Yeah.
The infected were slightly overpowered, but you didn't really see more than 2 or 3 at the most at one time. They would come in waves most of the time. And so, yeah, I just had an idea about something, but I forget what it was. Oh yeah, you could knock zombies down and keep
with the kicking?
Yeah, you could.
That was that saved your life.
Yeah, you could keep.
You have to do that.
You could keep them on the floor, but I mean, I guess it's realistic, but it makes it a little bit easier. I'm doing terrible. I'm 1 in 7. But anyway.
Oh no.
Like, you could just literally kick all the zombies on the ground, but the thugs kind of fixed this because you couldn't actually put thugs on the ground unless you, like, got a critical hit on them with, like, a sledgehammer or, like, a giant axe, like a 2-handed axe.
Which was rather difficult to do.
Yeah, it was difficult, and it really helped if you had, like, some kind of electrocution abilities on that weapon. But anyway, so, yeah, overall, like, those are just, like, the fine details.
Go defuse on BM.
It was a great game.
Crap.
Definitely worth finding out about 2 days or 3 days before release and going to pre-order. Cause like I think I had heard of it, but it was just like people were just talking about it being another Left 4 Dead, and I wouldn't necessarily say
I wasn't so much more than another Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Left 4 Dead. I mean, it's a good game, but I can't just keep playing it, but I can literally keep playing Dead Island. Like, I love Dead Island. It's so fun because of the combat and the fact that your weapons deteriorate, kind of like Fire Emblem. That's a really old reference, but if you get that, that's awesome. Kind of like the Fire Emblem weapons, they, like, deteriorate and...
Oh, dude, they got dogs.
And oh, wow, you're right.
We are F.
Yeah, probably.
Aha, quick scope! Oh no, stay away.
So, overall, I would definitely recommend Dead Island for anybody that likes zombie killing games, and if you like first-person shooter games, or fighting-ish games, not button mashing, because this actually takes skill, and like, I don't want to make anybody mad, but there's some button mashing games out there that don't take any skill, and you just like hit a bunch of buttons and you end up killing people. But anyway, it's not one of those kinds of games, and I would have to say 5 out of 5 overall for the game, and I would recommend it to like anybody that actually enjoys putting some time into like an RPG type game, but also loves killing zombies.
Oh, and the feature like after you beat the story mode.
Oh, completely forgot about that. Once you beat the campaign, you keep all your stuff and your levels, and you can just play through the campaign again. And I'm guessing you can get like new mods and items and stuff to make better weapons. And there's gonna be DLC like content. Like I know there's if you pre-ordered it early enough. I didn't actually do this because I pre-ordered it like 2 days before it came out, but if you pre-ordered it soon enough, you got like a bloodbath arena or something of the sort. And
say what?
And yeah, I'm assuming that's kind of like a Nazi zombie map if I had to
something.
guess.
But
like,
oh god.
Easy
boys.
The problem was we finished the game way too soon for the DLCs to actually be effective, so we probably just won't end up getting the DLCs because the game is kind of done. But yeah, so overall, definitely a 5 out of 5 on this game. So yeah, recommend it to anybody that likes zombies and shooting and killing and stabbing and blood. What do you think?
Oh yes.
You agree with that?
I agree.
Alright, well this has been the first review on this channel. Hope you guys liked it. You can rate. Actually, you can't rate anymore. YouTube doesn't do that. You can comment and subscribe with the subscribe button above the video and the like button right below it. Thanks guys for watching, and Football Curve out.